Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, I'm getting my bindle together and becoming a German hobo. The German Hobo is an 11.9% American malt liquor from Old Nation Brewing in Williamston, Michigan. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, I think it's pretty safe to say that Old Nation Brewing has been absolutely killing it lately with beers like M43, Boxer, Boss Tweed, and Greenstone. The German Hobo is a complete 180 from that. They've collaborated with Dark Horse Brewing to bring this malt liquor to life. The two breweries came together to fuse their German and American trained brewers together to bring their own special spin on the malt liquor style. I think when you say malt liquor, most people think of really low quality 40-ounce bottles that you see at the liquor or party stores. But I can say from Oddside's Laughing Clown malt liquor that if a little more care is put into the brewing process, it can turn out to be pretty refreshing. I've had this one in my fridge for quite a while, and I was waiting for the right opportunity to open it up, but there's no better time than right now, right? So before I open it up, I just wanted to comment on the art on this can, and the picture that I'll post earlier will give you kind of a better idea of what's on here. But it's different than the normal minimal design of Old Nation's Orthodox IPA series, and I'm really enjoying it. It's got the German Hobo on it with him pointing to signs for Williamston and Marshall, which are where Old Nation and Dark Horse call home. And the bindle on his back has all these different symbols for different people who worked on the beer or different ideas that the brewers had. It's a nice nod, and it's really cool to see little touches like that. I'm not going to go ahead and butcher the explanation on any of these symbols more. I'm just going to say, if you're interested in it, go to Old Nation's website, and you can see more information. I read a little bit more, and you can get all the background right there on how these two breweries are connected and the significance of all these little symbols on the Hobo's bindle right here, and basically all around the can, because there's stuff about the longboard and the Paisleys. It's and there's little baseballs on here. There's just so much little kind of intricate details on here that you can read about right on Old Nation's website. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm gonna grab my apropos. I have a Dark Horse Brewing glass. I'm gonna test this one out and pour it in Dark Horse's glass. Why not? And like I said, I'm kind of sitting on this for a while. I don't really know what to expect. It's darker. I can tell you right off the bat, it's much darker than I expected it to be. Gonna pour a little more aggressively here. It's got a nice head on it. It's not too big of a head. I think I poured it pretty well. I can smell right off the bat. I can smell caramel kind of coming out. I smell it coming out of the can, but I didn't smell it before I poured it, but I can smell caramel just kind of wafting off this thing. All right, all I really smell here is caramel. It's a thick, kind of heavy caramel smell to it. Oh my God, okay, that's good. I don't know what I was expecting. I usually think of malt liquors as being a little thinner. I know that they're supposed to be kind of more, they're usually higher in alcohol content, and you don't really taste it in this. I get a malty taste to it, like a heavy kind of malt, which is where the caramel comes from. It's got like a sweetness on the back end. This, for being 11.9%, there is a little bit, now that just as I'm about to say, oh, this for being 11.9%, it's not very, you can't taste the alcohol, but there's a little bit of a burn to it, but not too much. There's kind of an orangey taste to it. So you get the caramel, you get from the malt, you get a little bit of an orangey taste to it. There's a little heat on the back end from the alcohol. But for being 11.9%, the alcohol in this is not all that evident. I mean, it's not I would think if I drank it almost 12% alcohol content beer or ABV beer, that I would be, I mean, that's all I would taste. But in the case of the German Hobo, that is not the case. I mean, this is something that you could easily, this is what I would call dangerous. Dangerous is where it's a high ABV, but you just don't notice it. So you toss a few back, you toss one or two back. And by the time you get to that third one, you're like, I need to slow down because I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting it to be this strong. I mean, I'm expecting it to be strong, but I'm not tasting it. I think the other recent malt liquor that I had, like I said before, was Laughing Clown. I just had a real small taste of it. It was kind of on the thinner end, and it didn't taste like this. It was more of a yellow color to it, and that's an odd side beer. But wow, malt liquor. Who knew? I've had 40s of Mickey's or 40s of St. Ides. Back in the day, 40s of Camo. So this is a big change of pace. I mean, I think if they serve 40 ounces of this kind of malt liquor, the world would be a better place. This is just really good. And like I said, super dangerous. So that, my friends, is a German Hobo from Old Nation and Dark Horse Brewing, two of my favorite breweries in Michigan. Are malt liquors ready to make a comeback? Are there any others from Michigan that you're currently digging on at the moment? I'd love to hear what you think, so leave me a comment in the section below this video. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button? It's free. Or if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming updates. Also, 100% free. You can find links to my Instagram page down there where I post some pictures of my beer hauls or other beer-related activities. There's also a link to my Facebook page where I want to start setting up some beer events, maybe meetups, some other activity, or my blog at drafttherapy.com where I write brewery reviews from breweries all around the state of Michigan. All that stuff, free. As always, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching this far. I appreciate it. And remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries, and until next time, treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Cheers.